ponder this topic.
Lord have mercy. So should we check and make sure that we can be heard?
Oh, I hope so.
Kelly, if you're listening, please let us know if we are on Facebook with sound.
Yeah, it looks
now.
like we've got sound.
All right, good. So the topic to ponder for today is, do you hate or love better?
Yeah.
Mine is love. Period.
Yeah,
It's
well,
yes, no.
I think most people would say, no problem. I love better.
But if you ask, okay, all right, what do you think about me? Like, do you think I love or hate better?
I told you that you hate better.
Yeah, he was just
to give
BSing
you
though.
Crap, but I think you do.
And I would say the same about you.
Well, okay. Well, good.
And, we're not talking about from personal experience, but when you work with someone, you get to know the ins and outs of who they are, I think, by their responses to things y'all talk about and all that. So, yeah, I think we're both.
What would be interesting, I think most people are going to answer it, they love better.
I do too.
But there are times when they hate. You get frustrated and you hate whomever that you're working with or whatever. So what would be interesting to know is, do you know somebody that hates better?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't. It looks like I don't know what's going on here, but okay. I would say, yeah, I probably do, but I don't know that hate. Hate is such a strong word.
Yeah, it is.
In my opinion. I mean, hate is like you can't even possibly be happy ever. Maybe.
Well,
that's not true.
The way it's written, it would almost be like you're proud of
Keep going.
Hating. And hate could be a constructive. Hate could be a constructive thing.
Yes.
Like a foreman on the job, everybody says, "Boy, he's hateful," but he may be getting the job done.
Well, I
know
think
what I mean?
In the job, being a boss,
right?
I don't think you can be all lovey-dovey with every. You can't lead a group.
But when you're in charge, you have to kind of balance the hate and the love at the same time.
Right. Right.
And maybe hate is a horrible word, but you got to manage it. Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Term.
Yeah.
Do you know what do you think the opposite of love is?
Evil. I don't know.
See, most people, I think, tend to say hate. And my opinion is indifference.
Well, that's a good word, yeah.
Because indifference, you don't show any emotion. You don't even give it emotion.
Right.
So anyway.
Okay.
But we want to know your response. I'm looking for the graphic. I've got two. There we are. It's up. Do you love or hate better? That's what we want to know.
Okay.
And we want your responses. I'm not going to read.
You're not going to read any?
Well, I can. Better. You always need to think better because you need to be better to achieve your best.
Okay. Instead of love or hate, it's better.
Okay. I didn't. That's not how I read the question, but thank you, Bill, for having a different, seeing that differently than we did.
When you ponder a topic, there's no
right or wrong.
No.
And Leslie King says, always love can build a bridge like the Judds. And your wife said, definitely love.
Yeah.
So there you are.
All right.
We want to know your thoughts. Keep
Pile
them coming.
in. We love it when you interact with us, and we tell you that.
Yeah.
And there's prizes involved. When we decide what prizes to give, we'll let you know.
Okay. Let's go. Let's move. Let's do something else.
You want to do some topic?
Yes, let's do.
How about another topic, which would be history on this day?
Okay.
Many, many years ago.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
I'm particularly pleased that there are several women serving on this jury. There is that quality that women possess which we call, for want of a better name, intuition.
Oh.
90 years ago today, Bruno Hauptmann went on trial in Flemington, New Jersey on charges he kidnapped and killed the 20-month-old son of Charles and Ann Lindbergh. Prominent attorney Samuel Leibowitz provided coverage on the so-called trial of the century for New York radio station WHN. And women do have intuition.
Yeah, men have none.
Do you think they don't?
No. I think they have insight. I don't know about intuition.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary on this topic, and there was even some speculation that Charles Lindbergh killed his son.
Really?
Well, he left the country right after that.
So that's kind of like fishy. Don't you think? A little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, you know, when you have those documentaries, you got to fill them up with some kind of
Right.
content,
True.
whether it's true or not.
Right. Got to make it interesting.
Anyway.
Watchable.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States.
This was 65 years ago, back in 1960. Senator John F. Kennedy of Massachusetts had big news for reporters and the nation, and he announced his presidency. Now, this is the father of John F. Kennedy Jr., who is working on the Trump team.
Oh, he's Robert.
Oh, Robert. I'm sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we can't play the audio, but 54 years ago today, George Harrison became the first former Beatle to hit #1 on the Billboard U.S. album chart with the record All Things Must Pass. And you might remember My Sweet Lord.
Yeah. And also, back in 1983, 42 years ago today, tomorrow would not come for the Broadway musical Annie, which closed after 2,377 performances, and their main song was Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had us so happy up there. They told us there was 12 survivors, and we want to know why.
19 years ago today, an explosion at the Saga Mine in West Virginia killed 1 miner and trapped 12 others. After 2 agonizing days, there was word 11 of those trapped had survived, when in fact only 1 had survived. Family members were furious. I would be furious too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, if the Facebook trolls can pick out that song and tell us we broke something, then I guess we deserve to get pulled.
We played that music because we thought it was so obscure. Anyway, this was 2 years ago today in Brazil. Thousands paid their respects to soccer legend Pelé in a procession past his coffin at Vila Belmiro Stadium in his hometown of Santos, Brasilias, in Santos. In Santos. Brazilians in Santos paid tribute by singing as drones formed a figure predicting the soccer's superstar.
It was a great pop. It was a marvelous pop.
Wow, I get to try to figure this one out.
Yeah, really.
2 years ago today at the Vatican, tens of thousands of people filed past the body of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI as he lay in St. Peter's Basilica. Father Kabandama from Zambia was among the thousands of people who paid their respects.
Okay.
Show me the money.
Show me the money. 57 years ago today, actor Cuba Gooding Jr. was born. Gooding became a star and grabbed the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for playing an athlete in Jerry Maguire, in which he delivered his classic line, "Show me the money." Gooding has faced sexual harassment allegations from numerous women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
all right. Well,
let's go to break.
I'm looking out in the foyer there, and we have 2 people from the
We have Terry
library.
Register, but we have Beth Kaffenberger.
What's up with that?
Beth has been traveling, she's been in Taiwan, and then maybe she's right there at the library right now. We'll find all about that, and we're kind of excited to have her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. Ann, you want to introduce who's in the...
We were
Yeah.
a little bit excited because we hadn't seen Beth Kaffenberger in quite some time. So she came
Forever.
on here and talked about your adventures, and then she walks in, and I'm thinking, it's library day. Why is Beth here?
Yeah.
What?
We
What?
put 2 and 2 together.
We did. And Terry Register is here, and she comes
Yeah.
every month and talks to us about all the things going on at the Boone County Library.
Just never know who I'm going to bring with me.
I know, and we were just tickled. I kind of forgot we were doing a show.
Yeah, really.
It's like, what? Anyway.
So
well,
what's up?
Yeah, what's up, Beth?
Well, I just came back recently, mid-December, a couple weeks ago, and was looking for a part-time job, and it just so happened that our adult programmer position opened, and I said, well, I'll be around for a bit, and they said, yeah, if you'd be willing to take it temporarily, then we'll find someone more like long-term or something. So
Okay.
I'm filling in for a while, maybe a couple months or so.
Okay.
See how
Okay.
it goes.
So where were you before you came
I
back
was in
this time?
India.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Are you just wanting to travel the world? Is that all you
Yeah.
want to do?
I mean,
Yeah, I think she does.
yeah. I mean, I
Why
wouldn't
not?
mind.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
could
when
get
you
paid to
go
travel.
to another country, you're working, so they're paying you, right?
Typically,
Yeah.
this last one was more for like vacation.
Oh
visiting. Yeah,
boy, I'm
it was
envious.
online.
And then you're going to fill in for a couple months, and then what?
Ideally go back to India. Hopefully,
Okay.
I'll be able to find a job and stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Would that be a short-term thing?
Probably not. More long term, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, she's
It-
just like traveling, living your best life.
Yeah, all these countries
Go
that
you.
you go to, it's almost like they're throwing you out.
No, definitely not. Like I could have stayed in Taiwan for sure, but I chose to leave there. But
Okay.
I miss it. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you do it partly for the experience too?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Yeah.
always, I always encourage people, go travel if
Yeah.
you can.
Oh, yeah.
At least
Sure.
go once or something. Experience
about
a
other
different culture.
Yeah.
Experience a different
Yeah.
location. Just different way of life. It might stress somebody out like completely,
Mm.
but at the same time, it will open your worldview. And
When you
Sure.
when you go to another country and you dive deep into another culture, I mean, you don't try to change them.
oh, definitely.
Don't you
not.
try to assimilate into and try to
Yeah,
free flow into their
For
lifestyle?
sure, you'd want to try to adjust the best you can.
Right.
How does that change your world perspective from being American, from day one, and you go over there? Does it make you appreciate who you are, or do you just appreciate all culture? I'm sorry, am I too deep or something?
Well, I don't know. You're not too deep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it can do both, right? I think it can appreciate when you come back. It can appreciate more the things that you have, right?
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time, you can appreciate more people. Like you've broadened your horizon in a sense, and now you can say, okay, so everything doesn't have to be done this way that I'm used to.
Yes.
Like I grew up this way, and I felt like everything had to be done this way. And you're like, no, actually, other people do things, and maybe it's a better way of doing it, or maybe you're just like, it's just different, and that's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of refreshing. It's
Sure.
kind of new. And so I think it's a little bit of both, but it's a growing experience
Yeah.
if you're willing to learn from it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that when you were here before, you talked about. I think it was in wherever you were at. One
Taiwan.
of the. It was it was Taiwan, and you said there's no fast food places. Everyone has fresh food all over
I
the
mean,
place.
they have fast food, yes.
Yeah, but
they,
what- yeah.
they like to have their fresh food,
Yeah,
every day or whatever.
I'm envious
I
of
think that
that.
would
I
be
wish we
great.
had
Yeah,
that here.
yeah.
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 But let's talk about the library.
Yeah, let's do.
Yes. Well, we are so happy to have Beth back. That is for sure. So, yeah. We want to let everybody know that we are going to be closed on Monday, January 20th, in observance of Martin Luther King Day.
Okay.
So we will be closed for that. We want to thank everyone who donated sweaters for the Mr. Rogers Sweaters drive. We took the sweaters and jackets and all that stuff, and we donated them to the House of Hope in the Call.
Oh, good.
And
So
the
that
House
was
of Hope,
nice.
they're doing like warming stations during all this
Yes,
cold weather.
yeah,
So, there
so-
may be people that come
yeah.
in and need those things.
Yes, that's true. So, yeah, we still have our Food for Fines program going on. That'll go till the end of January. So,
Get your
yeah,
books or
if
get them
if you got
forgiven.
some fines, yes, bring in some donations of food or personal care items.
And this is non-perishable
Okay.
food?
non-perishable food. We don't
Okay.
want no hamburger meat.
Toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, all that kind of stuff,
baby
too.
items, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, anything that we can help the public with.
Okay.
That'd
Okay.
be great. So I guess we'll slip over to children's and
Let's
see
talk
what
about
they're
the
doing. Yeah.
children's.
We've got a couple passive activities. We have a scavenger hunt going on in the library upstairs. We've got some pictures going up around the library upstairs, and you just have to find them, write down the letter that's on the picture, unscramble that, come up with the word,
Oh.
and you can get a prize.
So everybody that comes in to the children's department, or they go and they
Yeah.
try to find the
Try
pieces
to
from the
find all the
scavenger hunt, and
pictures,
then
yeah.
when will you, the first person, no matter
No, everybody gets a prize.
Okay.
Yeah, if they
Okay.
fill it out, they get a prize.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Okay. We've also got a couple books that we're giving away. We've got a younger children's book, and then we have a young adult book. So just come in, put your name in the drawing. We'll have the drawing first part of February for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Good.
So,
a little competition.
yeah, we do. So we've got for our after school program, we're not having anything today. So we'll start on the 9th. We're gonna have pine cone bird feeders.
Oh, yeah.
My
The
mom
birds,
used to make those,
yes.
put peanut butter and stuff all
Yep.
over them, and they love
Yeah,
it.
watch the birds and everything
Oh, you
like that.
do you roll it in seed or something
Yeah,
too?
bird
Yeah.
seed.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
We're going to do dream catchers on the 16th, and on the 23rd, Brandy Mincer is going to come and read her new book, Sid Squid Fibs.
That's a good book.
So that'll be good. So
Yeah.
On the 30th, we're going to do sand art, where you fill the little container with the
Oh,
different
yeah.
levels
Yeah,
and colors
yeah,
of
that's cool.
sand. Yeah.
I think
So-
that's kind of like one of those arts that you don't screw up.
Yeah.
It's just your creation.
There
you
you
know,
go.
you don't.
Everybody's is different and they're all
Exactly,
beautiful.
exactly.
That's right. Our teen programs, we're going to be doing CD painting on the 7th. We're going to paint CDs, use CDs and stuff.
Do they even make
Oh.
CDs anymore?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, everything's online anymore.
I know.
A lot of it is, but yeah, we
Yeah.
do have some. On the 14th, we're going to be making friendship bracelets. On the 21st, it's painting and cocoa. So we're going to do some painting, and we're going to have hot chocolate.
Oh,
Drink hot chocolate while you're doing painting.
I thought you were
Wow.
going to use actual cocoa like the sand, sand thing.
Well, that might be interesting. We might try that. So, okay.
Different color cocoa.
Yeah.
Let me
And
go ahead.
Go ahead. On the 28th, we're going to do sun catchers. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have a question before we go
Uh-huh.
to the adult, but like, what is the schedule during inclement weather for the library? How do you?
We do post it on Facebook. We call the radios and announce it. We put
Okay.
it on our webpage and stuff like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It just and it's just depending on whether the county offices are closed. Yeah.
Okay, that's what you.
Once in a great while, we may do an hour delay or something, but
Okay.
just depends on the road.
But we're in winter.
It is coming.
So
yeah, it's coming.
Just so you know.
Just stay tuned to Facebook and the web page
Okay.
and stuff.
And now
so-
from our return
Yes.
library
Yeah.
woman. Tell us about the adult department. She
All
doesn't
right.
have any notes. Whatever.
No. Okay, so yeah. Well, it's a little bit more challenging to get back into like planning programs for
I'm
adults.
sure it is.
I
Well, it's
came up
kind of
with-
hard when you've been vacationing for so long.
Well, that and like I mean, for years I was doing kids, and so I came up
Oh.
with a lot of children's programs while trying to figure out what I was going to do for adults. And I said, oh, what am I going to do? But I decided that it's January. Most people are setting some kind of a resolution, and typically they gear them toward being healthier, right?
Yes.
And so I said, what could we do to encourage our community to be a little bit healthier this year? And so we're going to do a Walk for Your Health challenge. And so this will be like our passive activity for the month of January.
I saw something about that on Facebook this morning.
Yeah.
Walk at the library.
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be my program. Yeah. So it's going to be a passive activity as well as programs at the library. So throughout the month of January, come and pick up a tracking sheet at the front desk if you want to keep track or if you make your own. But I would encourage you to pick up ours. And then all I'm encouraging you to do is 30 minutes a day for at least 3 days a week. It's not much. 3 days a week, 30 minutes is really like less. So to walk, or like if you like running or any kind of exercising, really, I would accept. Just get moving, kind of, for 30 minutes, 3 days a week. If you complete at least 80% of the challenge, turn your log in at the end of the month. We're going to give away some kind of prize. So it may be like a free month or a couple week trial at a gym around town.
Oh, that's cool.
Or maybe a gift certificate for one of the shoe stores. Maybe you need a new pair of like running shoes, walking shoes, something like that. So the prizes are still kind of in the works, but hopefully by the end of the month we'll have something good. And but yeah, just encourage you, challenge yourself, get out there, get moving.
Your endorphins are released, and it's mental
really good.
health, it's physical health, it's just all of it if you get to moving.
Yeah, and I know it's very difficult, especially with January. We know that it's cold now, and nobody really wants to bundle up and go outside for 30 minutes. So 4 times this month, the first week and the last week. So we're going to do a walk at the library. So we have, without even leaving our meeting room, we're going to try to walk at least between 3 and 4 miles. We'll see about the 4 miles, but 3 miles I know is doable.
Inside the building?
In an hour. Yeah, so if you're familiar with like Walk Away the Pounds or whatever, it's a lot of like walking in place, and then there's like sidestepping and all of these things. And all of those combined, they have calculated it up to be like, 3 miles or a couple miles.
And you have stairs.
We do have stairs. We could also do that too. But just doing that and walking at a very brisk pace really can get you going. And, I've done it even for myself. Just you want something quick, but you want to do something and not go outside. You just, you can even pull it up on YouTube or whatever and never leave one room. And you then afterwards, hours gone by, you feel better and whatever. So 5:30, and I think it's on the 7th, 9th, 28th, and 30th at 5:30. We'll be walking at the library. Okay. So that can count. Yeah. It'll be an hour long. So that'd be like two things, right? So those are programs. So walking at the library, and then our passive activity for the whole month is the walk for your health. And really just, try to, take care of your health this year for 2025.
You've only got one body.
That's right.
We need to take care of it.
Yeah. So along those same lines, the 21st at 5:30, it's a Tuesday, my mom will be coming back in for a Healthy New You cooking class. So whole food, plant-based. She says that they're brand new recipes. I'm not sure what she's thinking yet, but who knows? It could be anything. But we should try to eat healthier as well. At least, switch one meal a week or whatever, and really try to focus on whole food, plant-based, not so much processed food,
right?
Because that's not helping us either. And so we have a lot of cookbooks at the library to along those lines. Just how can we incorporate better food for ourselves? So that will be the 21st at 5:30, and then on the 14th at 5:30 we'll be doing a winter landscape painting. So space is limited. There's a sign up at the front desk. I believe I have like 16 spots. So if you're interested, please sign up. If you sign up and you realize I can't do it, please call us so we can take you off the list and give the space to somebody else.
Can they call, or do you want them to come in? Prefer they come in?
Yeah, preferably.
Okay.
Because anybody can call and be like, yeah, I'm going to be there. But
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So those are the main adult programs. Of course, we have our Puzzle for Prize. I think it's a January word search. And then we have our evening book club, which is first Thursdays at 5:30. And then our noon book club, which is, I think, third Wednesday of the month at noon. So we have those going on. Everything's on the website. You can look at the flyers. The newsletter's posted on the website as well. And then we have our puzzle exchange. So there's brand new puzzles out there. We've refreshed it. So if you kept seeing the same ones, come back and
there's more.
Take a puzzle, especially, you might be snowed in. I don't know.
Sure,
Are we
stuck
getting
at
snow
home,
soon?
exactly.
Stuck at home, that's right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
As always, lots going on.
Oh, yes.
In the children's and adult department.
Yes, that's right.
Or just, just go in and browse around.
Yes.
That's
right?
right. Lots of new books, books, DVDs, anything.
Do you have audio? You have Audible
Audiobooks.
Audible,
Yeah.
edible, whatever. Audio books
We
too.
don't eat the books at the
No,
library.
we don't eat the books.
And I always like to tell people that if you want to know what's going on at the library, sign up for the newsletter.
That's
If you get email, this is a perfect way to find out what's going on.
BooneCountyLibrary.org
Yep.
is the website, and you can sign up there.
It is.
Or
All right.
follow them on Facebook, Boone County
They can.
Library.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you, ladies, very
Thanks
much.
for
We'll
having
expect
us.
you guys next month. We have you
All
in
right.
here every month,
Every
and
month.
we expect all new creative ideas.
There will be
They
flowing.
do.
Lots
It's
of creative
crazy.
ideas.
So, yay.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a
All
break, and we'll be back. Stay with us. Hey, welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Nan. We are grinding down to the weekend. We have one more day of that before the weekend happens. So,
I'm trying to make sure we're on.
there's several interesting things that's happened. You know, the explosion that happened in Las Vegas, and 15 people were killed in New Orleans.
Yeah. Wow.
They're trying to put those two things together. If there is a connection, if not,
I don't
there shouldn't
get the
be.
connection, but whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe. Do you think there's terrorists around?
Well, the one in New Orleans was ISIS related. They had an ISIS
so
flag.
we know there's terrorists around.
The one in Las Vegas, I'm not sure about that one because the guy that I thought the car was unoccupied. The driver was in the car when it blew up, and he perished.
The one in New Orleans?
No, the one in Las Vegas.
Oh,
he perished.
Yeah.
But they used a Cybertruck, which is made by Elon Musk's company, Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that the explosion was contained inside that heavily structured vehicle. And the explosions just went up. It didn't even blow out the windows in the.
But didn't you say that was around? Was that the one that was around Trump Tower?
It was.
Do you think it had anything to do with that?
It was parked in the valet section.
Do you wonder if it had anything to do with that, with Trump?
I think that was a message there. You know,
I think probably. Why would you
Trump
do it
Tower
there?
and Elon Musk's vehicle. It's kind of obvious. I don't know if there was a manifesto or whatever. That they're still. That happened yesterday, so we don't know.
And then on the New Orleans, it says at least 15 people are dead and dozens injured.
Yeah.
When a man intentionally drove a rented Ford pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street.
And they say that they rented from the same company, both different places from this. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that somewhere, and I go, okay, well, look, there's a lot of information that's not been. And don't jump to conclusions.
Right.
We'll find out.
Shamsuddin Jabbar was killed in a shootout with police. He's a U.S. citizen, though. He's got a
and he was in the military.
Name, but yeah.
I'm not sure what rank he was, but I think he was in a position of authority.
ISIS flag was found in his truck.
Yeah.
So, well, okay, ISIS flag there, and you said ISIS flag was at the.
No, ISIS flag was in New Orleans. Yeah.
Golly,
it's.
I'm sorry,
they'll sort it out.
Not keeping them straight, but so it's time for January's no booze.
No booze in January,
according to this.
Did everyone drink enough for?
Well,
New Year's
that's
Eve?
what they're implying.
Oh, okay.
Is that 80% of adults admit to binge drinking during the holidays? So what does that say about the holidays?
People
it's an
are
excuse
sober
to drink, or it's because it's a depressing time and people decide to drink? What is that?
I think they're more sober curious.
Probably.
Okay.
So it might not be a bad idea to dry out for January in that case. It's a 31-day challenge where people stop drinking for the entire month. So there you go. Just in case you were wondering.
Okay. Just quit drinking for a month.
Yeah.
Dry out. Come on.
Whatever.
Japanese dog dresser opening a human zoo.
What?
Do what?
What?
Remember that Japanese guy who spent $14,000 on a realistic dog suit? I can't remember that.
I remember. No, there wasn't. I remember something about it.
Yeah, anyway.
Details.
This guy is now opening his own zoo where humans dress as animals. Okay. The Toko Zoo will be located near Tokyo, but it's not a permanent place. It'll be open for a few days in January and February. You can pay about $300 to dress up like an Alaskan Malamute with a real waggy tail. And if you're feeling frisky, you can book a group experience where you and your friends are all in a pack together. If your height is more than 5'11", you won't fit in any of the dog suits. So, whatever.
I'm not even. I can't even. I have nothing to say. Really.
You know, if it was a tongue-in-cheek thing, but some of this stuff is so serious. People.
Do you think this is legit?
Probably.
Okay.
The person just enamored with being a dog. So yeah.
Wow.
Go for it, I guess. See if it pays for itself.
Yeah, just go right ahead.
That's where the determining factor is. If it pays for itself, if you run out of money, then you'll stop doing your silly things.
What is your job? Well, I dress up like an animal and perform in a zoo.
Okay, go.
Hey, there's new laws in effect for 2025.
And that will what?
Many states have new laws that went into effect as soon as the clock struck 12 on January 1st.
Okay.
Like no one in Florida under the age of 14 will be allowed to have a social media account. Thank you,
What?
Florida. Truly. They don't
Really?
need under
they
the
don't.
age of 14. Don't you think it?
No.
I mean, we've talked about how we feel like it causes
It
a
causes
lot of
too-
crud.
yeah, it does.
They're not really ready for it. And a lot of adults aren't ready
It
for it.
twists your reality.
It does. And all the eggs in Colorado will have to be cage free. Thank you, Colorado.
Good idea.
Car safety inspections are no longer required in Texas. We haven't done that in
quite a
Arkansas for a
while.
long time. And in Illinois, you can legally and easily cancel the gym membership you made a resolution to use, but you know you won't.
Yeah.
The laws say you can even cancel by email since they truly understand how couch potatoes work.
Okay.
Have you ever joined like an online thing and it's really you have to go through a pain in the
Oh
rear
my
to
gosh,
get it
yeah.
canceled?
Yeah. It's,
Well, come
it's like
on.
some of the streaming services. You got to, I bought
act of
some of mine
Congress.
through Roku, and you can't go to this main source like Paramount Plus.
Right.
I can't go to Paramount
You
Plus.
have to do it
I have to
through-
go through Roku, and it's
It's a pain in the rear.
it's a mess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow.
Also, social media stars bitten by a rattlesnake
Ooh.
had to get 50 vials of anti-venom.
Oh my gosh.
A YouTuber and wildlife fan was searching for snakes in Florida, but the snake found him first. He was out herping. That's what you call it when you're out looking for reptiles in the wild. Herping.
Never heard of that
Yeah,
before.
that's what it says.
Sounds a lot like erping.
Erp? Maybe it is erp. Starts with
No,
an H. Oh, you think
herping
it's
is
herping?
bleh.
Oh, erp. No, it's herping. When he was bitten in the leg by a rattlesnake, he's been in the ICU for 2 weeks, but luckily he didn't lose his leg. He was given more than 50 vials of anti-venom, and the average cost for one vial is about $2,000.
Oh my gosh.
And his family had to start a GoFundMe to cover the medical cost. After the ordeal, he says he doesn't blame the rattlesnake for biting him.
Do you think that insurance companies would cover a vial? Would they cover a snake? I mean, that's like
They should.
They should.
It's insurance. It's an incident.
Why do we have insurance?
That happened. Yeah.
so you can tell people no.
Yeah.
Y'all, I could get on my soapbox about that so heftily. but
Insurance has gone up. My insurance has gone up double, and
I
I'm
am
not even,
shopping. I'm shopping for insurance
It won't
now.
make a difference. They're all in cahoots with
You
each
know,
other.
if it's $200, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like my house insurance went up over $1,000,
Yeah.
and no, I didn't get any notification saying your house insurance is going to go up. Nothing. I found out when my mortgage, what is it called? I can't think of the word. Anyway, it was short, so my mortgage payment went up because insurance went up. Your escrow. I was less in escrow because
boy.
it went up, and we were like, okay, I wonder why it went up. And then you explore on your own because thank you, no one bothered to tell you. I'm
Okay.
off. I'm down.
Need
I'm
to
off
calm
of it.
down.
I'm done.
We'll take a break
Let's take a
because
break.
we need to after that. Stick around, stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We'll be right back. All righty, we have just a few minutes remaining in the show today. We want to thank everyone for tuning in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you tune in anymore. That would be
Well, you know what you do
pushing
on an old
buttons.
radio. On an old radio, you have to tune in.
I know, but nobody's got an old radio anymore.
I do. That's how I listen to this show sometimes.
Oh, you're
or listen
serious?
to others. Yeah, it's like
You
a
have a
little.
tuner?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's got a thing. I have to scroll it, roll it.
How does it work?
It's got a wheel on it.
Oh, well, that would be a tuner.
In a tuner, and I have to tune into
Wow.
the station this way, and the volume is the wheel thing, and
Oh, cool.
and it's on an old clock radio that I've had since I
And you listen
was
to the show?
a teenager.
Wow.
But that's the only radio that'll pick up. Like if I wanted to tune into Beamer Show on the radio, I can
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
on my
yeah.
app, of course.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's how I do it.
Well, I guess you could tune into the app. You got to
You could
find it. And
But this
hit
was
a button.
prior. This was before we had an app.
Right, okay.
And that's how I listened to local radio. And I'd turn it on to see if my kids had to go to school, but now you just go to Facebook. And everybody posts it.
That thing needs to go into a museum.
Maybe it should, but
Maybe
right
it
now
should.
it's working, so I'm not doing anything
Yeah, if
with
it's
it.
working, the old stuff keeps working. I've got 3 or 4 tube type radios. I collected those for a while,
There you go.
and they all work.
See, they don't make
Yeah.
stuff like they used to. They
No, they
make it to
don't.
break.
And that noticeable when you turn it on.
Yeah, I remember those. They had to kind of get into the feel, or I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, kind of get the hum and going.
They had to warm up.
I do want to say something before you go and do today is 65% off on Mohawk. And I don't know that. Never mind. I believe. I think it's still MohawkBigDeals.com has 65%
Yeah, we
off.
haven't
And I
mentioned
don't
that
know
for
if
a
that's
while.
through today or not, but
Let's have everyone just go there,
Yeah, and you tell
MohawkBigDeals.com, and
us.
just kind of look at some of the deals they've got going there.
yeah.
Sometimes it's like gift certificates for food or clothes or
Be sure you do look there, because if you have to look on the listing, and it will tell you if they are out of stock, if
Right.
they've sold out, those kinds of things, because they do sell out, because it's such a great opportunity for
Yeah.
people to take advantage
And
of some savings.
some of the items are in Branson. Some are I've seen some things in Green Forest and
Alpena.
yeah, different places. So
Yeah.
check it out. You'll have to see, and these are better than average deals.
You
So
betcha.
check them out and take advantage. I'm always wanting to take advantage of everything, people, gas prices.
Wow, Dan.
Speaking of gas prices, today is National 55 Miles Per Hour Day.
You'll get better gas mileage if you drive 55.
That's what they say. I guess you would.
You do.
Yeah.
I've tested it.
It's because
Not
you
very
don't
often.
trump it.
I don't test it very often because I'm usually over 55.
Yeah, if you're living on a place where there's a lot of hills, you're not going to save gas at all.
No.
It was 51 years ago today that President Nixon bummed everyone out with their lead-footed drivers all across America when he signed the Emergency Highway Energy Conservation Act, dropping the national speed limit from 75 to 55. Oh, my gosh, I remember that.
Yep.
Anyway, it's also National Buffet Day.
Buffet.
The last thing some of us really need around the holidays is a buffet.
A smorgasbord.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to eat just a little when you're.
That's why I
You
don't
pay
go.
for,
I
yeah.
don't go to buffets hardly ever, because I will eat stuff that I wouldn't normally. I don't need all that,
Yeah.
What I mean?
It's a good salad. I always start off with a salad.
Me too.
Good.
Me too, and I think that's a good practice myself.
National Personal Trainer Awareness Day.
Well, thank you to all the personal trainers that help to get our bodies back in shape.
Yeah, Roy Keel was the best.
We
oh
miss
my
Roy
gosh,
for sure.
I miss Roy.
Last day of Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
The Jewish Festival of Lights, the 8-day celebration, ends at sunset and commemorates the ancient rededication of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Sugar Bowls win.
Today.
All right. At what time?
New Orleans at 3 o'clock today.
Okay.
This afternoon.
Hey, we'll be back tomorrow for our Friday edition of Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.